third game, the last game for today's game day. It's already third day of the week, and then most of the half of the series of the game for this week have passed. And sooner or later, I think we will be ready to go for the recalling all the teams. So the first team that will go for the entire Christmas match is gonna be Team Patriots. Guys lost several games. Hope today they will manage to win at least another game, and I think we'll go for the third pass. No matter how hard they tried, they still felt that it was very hard to go on for the next teams on the upper place. And soon I think Energy, Intruders also previously played almost a mixed team. We'll play against them. Have a lot of chances, no other options rather than just winning. That's their only option, and see you from the start. And greetings travelers, everybody. Shall we'll go for a beginning game. Nevertheless, I keep them all for some good swings, and it is really not the mistake of the players, but a jump off release. Nikita Boyko against Gastishev. Gastishev takes it away from him. The first minute set to go. The last third game, Shooters against Team Patriots. The Peruvian team, if you know, also has the Team Patriots. So I hope that they are gonna play the same, just like they do. And sooner or later, we are about to witness the Legionnaires coming back, joining the game of the mainframes. Never felt away from them, from no matter how hard they play. The whole game is always focused, concentrated on one single match point. Gastishev tries the shots. Nevertheless, 10 seconds. Gotta keep them for some good blockage of the shots. Fatih Damil at the left and then Mumbai Fadlbek. 10 seconds in within what they can come up with. Baloo, 5 seconds. Probably Baloo tried it by the end. Gets head. Hit he's on his head. That's why we'll have to try it one more time. Before that, he scored. Ball being granted to him. Gotta score both of them. Gets the first shot easily. We'll get prepared for the second one as well, and maybe after a while then he'll be ready to repeat it one more time. 9 minutes, 12 seconds, 2 by 2. Patriots equal, they equally go. Adiyev Baish holds him in on response. Will play a little slow. Patriots today, they will hope, I guess, for a victory against them. Gave under load to Stadim Sakafamira. Actually, he could try to score. Subonbekov opens 3 points for his team, which is quite a lot, I think, for the entire community. And once he's been trying it off, he surely had to be more or less going to compromise with the teams on the flashes, on the rehabs, and on the retailed matches, I think, as well. That's how it gone through by them, which means the surely wouldn't have done it before making any wild rate. That's where they were trying to probably go. The Kramer effect shouldn't be same way. Miss repatched. I think they've been trying it a lot, and I think once they've gone for it, they've never been away from them, which found that quite hard. Yes, they probably wouldn't flash them on some good spine, which means they shouldn't be anyways keeping them away from them. The drip itself, the current attack, I think, shouldn't leave them in any situation, which also encountered them back, and will go for that good flash away. We still see it is more or less disobedient, and gotta keep them from straight positions. We saw it. I think once they were trying it off, it didn't keep them on that retail. Probably this was one of the reasons they kept them for the block of spines. What they are trying to go, they miss it off. Shouldn't be missing it, I guess. And once they go for that mismatch, that's what they probably were trying before it's been deprived of. The main stage, I think, that's not what they go into effect. The seizure, the measurement itself, I think, didn't keep them. They are still going the opposite direction for the shots on reinstallation. The reinstallment gotta shift them from one measured attacks. It is all the way the same, which is quite restrained. The quiet restraint, I think, kept them for both sides. We're not really shifting them, and when I think they were doing it, I think this kept them. And then before any other shots being on the retail, the opposite side fully swinged upper the main beats, which is quite a lot for them to go for the early keys. And when it's gone, exactly when it's gone, we felt that it was probably that aggression they were trying to solve, Peter, and then we see some actions on their hold. They are still keeping them away from them. From above, they added the drop, which means a lot, I guess, for both teams on the entire game. So far distance, they've seen my shots. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left of the entire recapitulation. Change them all up. Still should go the right way. Still should go probably the revolving door game, and then when it is gone, we kinda had this micro distance shots in between the main stage apart. I think I wouldn't be mistaken if I tried to give them any blocks or the shots themselves. They probably kept them on the entire court. Through the opposite side, they gotta go for it, and that's where they are preparing to make performance of the shots. Shouldn't go the same way. 5 minutes 45 seconds left. Didn't make it up on them. Still didn't hide them either, which granted them a pretty good shot on the good revolvery. Gotta move it out. I think if it's early, then the faster it will go for almost everyone on the entire court. Maybe no single challenge. The minimization of the attacks, this is what shall be kept, I think, for them. try this for some good attacks, and I think once he was trying it off, he kind of felt that aggression himself. Below found it off, and I think he's been explaining it to the teammates what they had to try upon the main bits. They try to maintain the surpass the whole game, and I think the opposite side is already at the corner by it. 5 minutes, 10 seconds. It is left. Surbekov Nurtai gets a good ending for the 3, and the 5 minutes pass on. Not as they expected. Shooters, anyways, in a lead, in a huge lead, I can say so far, which shouldn't be away from the main recultivation. What they've been trying off is still, I think, quite important upon the main things off the board. He tried it off, and once it dropped on the other side, they'll have to go for full rebound. They under the rim, they're still keeping the actions. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left of the whole superstitiously made. Game time, I think, on the court shows how they are prepared, and then the opposite thing is when they don't really know what was the right decision taken by them. And you see Fatih of the Mill scores off, goes for the off baselines, and a deep. The previous team, I think, he's on the court enjoying the game, probably taking a look and trying to estimate how he can play. A deep sidestep to the right, he gives it a lot of swing from the right, and then fully flashing it inside. He's not quite ready to go deep in the attacks. Kostishov Roman from behind, never, I think, tried it up. It is Subanbekov who can go for anything to the outside. Low drone passes. The less probably chances of taking, the less possible it was for the beginning of the attacks. Kostishov Roman plays anyways the weak side. Namubayev Adulbek himself the right side, shifted again. He took no control. He took absolutely no control upon them, and probably trying to instruct the team, making them guard their own defenders. Fatih of the Mill, good, very good position. He finds a nice catch. He saw that there could be a fast break occurred. That's why finds no other option rather than just responding them to shooters. Subanbekov to Adiyev Baish. He'll probably lead the attack himself alone. Picks from the right and end one. That's gained for Adiyev Baish. 3:43. A lot on discuss, and I think a lot put upon the main stage. Free throw line, time to make the shots, gotta score both of them. That's probably the only option, and yes, he gets his 3rd point, brings in total the 3 points for them to re-assimilate. Bring it back. Below what he can go, I think, trying to get between this tunnel of defenders. Squeezed in and did score those last points of the entire quarter part. Subanbekov away, chest pass directly to Atakidiyev Alibek. For now, doesn't seem the same for Adiyev. He lost it. Namubayev steals him out. Fast break, almost. Minutes 14 seconds on the second time. He go for it. 22-13. Shooters anyways ahead. 22 points for the first 7 minutes. If they finish it by 30 points, it is going to be already a lot of technical foul occurred on there. We see Namubayev Adulbek should grant him the other shot. He wasn't that prepared, I guess, to step away. Adiyev now is ready to go for the last shot in this current attack. Keeps on a good shift for him. Doesn't seem as the theory of these revolving doors. Probably will try to lobby his own shot on the main stage. The balloon game, they take it away anyways for him. Will try to go for the swings. Baloo is already ahead. Get a pass in midcourt. Finish his own attack earlier between the legs. Go for the transition, and behind the back would be the best option. Gostishev. No, what a bad screen with his back. That's probably one of the reasons they couldn't score now anything. They're coming back. 2 minutes is still enough to get 30 points in total. Almost hits the end. Their back pass through Adiv. Shouldn't have missed it, and the added 2 points by Gostishev. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. No minimization, because they actually try the full capacity of the attack. Yeah, they do try the capacity of the attacks. Doesn't seem the same from both sides for now, at least. Outside to Namobay for the big, and Gostishev couldn't catch it. What a disastrous shot we could witness in the end. I think that way they were not quite ready for it. And probably one of the reasons why they kept him for the back. Surveillance, immediate in 33. Still not a lot in recapitulation, because it charges off the same gateway. The machinery might have seen a lot, I think, for now for both teams, but not have seen the same thing. 33 for the first 9 minutes. A lot of points for shooters at the start. They literally go swing one after another, and then one after another. It is happening over and over. I don't think they will make it 40, because if they make it 40, then gonna be absolutely surprised by. Is it gonna be a new record of the season where for the first quarter on the shooters managed to bring up to 40 points? Adiv tries to drive off the glass. I think that was he's been aiming at off. Gostishev won't let him do it so easily. Subanbekov steps outside and kinda didn't give anything in return. Full break, one more shot, and I think on the toss he has forgotten it himself. Namobay Fadlbek, running back, wants to get at least by 22 last seconds. Outside, Atagildiv can pass on Subanbekov Nurtai. No, pick threes. Adiv Bayish decided to live alone himself. 12.7. That's an exact time they need, I think, in between to squeeze this for the foul. And free throws received by Adiv, as you might notice. 12.7. It is still not a lot, I think, in the match. On the repoint, the game rhyme. That's what they gotta go for. 12 or 10 seconds until the end, before they fully will realize how hard it may get. 5 seconds in between dribbles, and wants to make the shot. I think by the end, 3 seconds. Too late from the midcourt. He swings the shot, and that's the end. Once they're ready to go for the second quarter, they are trying to minimize yourself, and that's one of the reasons they'll have to stay anyways sideways, keeping a third step way by them. One of the reasons, 9 minutes 10 seconds, and that's the time frame they have to keep in between. And once they were trying it off 9 minutes and time between a single minute, they probably tried to keep them at the back court and then probably the same yards, which they were not trying to deprive them of, was the main reason why they couldn't overthrow and take the first half. 38-20, 40 points for the 12 minutes, and probably today is the best result for shooters. They're now keeping the record. The quarter one, more than 30 points. No one else could beat it up to this level. No one could beat this up to this level anyways. And I think this was not the main reason why they keep them in and out of the institute. And same away, same tag, same dribble, and then same refilled attacks. This is what they're just keeping up. 44-20, 24 points in difference. What they were trying to keep this up away, 8 minutes, and the first half should end for someone's favors for sure. Shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be that hard at the same time. That's what we keep for the beneath the rows. Might try, and another whistle. 24 seconds. That's a 24 seconds violation. They see they don't manage to attack it on time. That's why they have to step back anyways, stay outside. That's why. 7 minutes 30 seconds, 44, 20, 24 points. Is in a lead. Wait, gotta wait even more, I guess, to make this all fall. 7:20. Play even lower, much lower, that he can play off the glass. Tried it off. 22 points left, and then just to reach them, it's still a lot in amount. 22. That's what they'll have to wait until the end. The main machinery, they drive it off. And keep them in 650 within this time frame. 7 minutes, which is not a lot in the batch. We say 6 minutes 47 in the timeout. Ready to go, 6 minutes 40 seconds, 22, and still I think they couldn't chase them up. From the beginning, it is still seems very promising and dominating for one team. Play, dribble is not that quiet. Close, anyways, he keeps them in a distance. Give them a good deprivation of the shot, again release it off the baseline. can't take control over it until the end. 6:20. First half to end sooner. Sooner or later they will have to face those problems. No matter what it takes to them, they will surely be more or less competent with them. 3 seconds, 24 seconds clock. Don't get it. Why can't control the ball, simply just holding it in their own hands. And at some point I do realize it, for what reason it happens. Simply because they the passes of their players, I think, in the league, they wish to be improved. I think it's a lot of subject to improve. Elamomonov transition behind the back. Damn, he doesn't try it, is enough. Nikita Boyka gave to Subanbekov, aiming at the rim. Driving layup. Even Gostishev decided not to jump. What is this? That's a very bad drop he kept by them at the end. What is this? A whistle? A foul again we hear by Evgeny Svatkovsky on Balu. They're granting him the other free throws. Looks like he will be more or less more than happy to perform those shots. 3 gifted shots anyways for them. And we will now try to understand whether they're trying it up. Missed. Gotta keep behind at the behind. He'll lift it out. Subanbekov Nurtai will get prepared until they will be ready to go. The other substitutions they take. 48, 22, 26. Encounter. Adiev, Robo asking and screaming out goes for the calls. Asking someone to give cut from both sides. Asking a screen. But didn't score anything in response. Despite the foul he called, didn't justify that. Back screens from both sides. Balu gets the other 2 points and gets the free throws one more time. A whistle on foul one more time. 25 minutes it is left for them of the game time. And the first half will end within 5. Quite a lot to discuss this up. Quite a lot to try to rework it and train it up. 5 minutes 13 seconds left. The wild timing, and it's actually a little wild timing that been given to them. That's why maybe they feel a little unconfidence on the shots. And another whistle we hear. A little clumsy they're playing it and granting just the free throws to the teammates. Not a good thing in my opinion. Again, shouldn't be doing same stuff. Giving those fresh shots to the opponent's back. 5-13. 48 to 25. Well, been already probably shouldn't wait until it can go the right way. Adiev can dribble over from Sakovamir from the right. Also gave him some good shot. 5 minutes 2 seconds. That's how they probably been away for a little more. Baudry, 5 minutes left. Half of the quarter 2 passed. And the rest half shall be played the same manner. 48 and nothing changes for now for shooters. Remember they gained 30 points just in the first, but I don't know what is happening to them right now because this is the exact amount of points teams usually gain within this frame. 449. Play, and again you see that they fall too frequently on the falls. They catch them up. Not a good idea, I think, kept for all of us. That's why we don't really feel slight changes introduced to both teams. Balu got a run for a bit of wild outside. He's still indoors. Pass, chest passes, I think, to be grounded away from one side to another. Shelby repicked the opponent by one after another. That's probably a huge problem for everybody on the L's. Gaining. Very low, he dribbles off. Steal, doesn't find any tissue from the right, he still counters hook shots. 4 minutes, 20 seconds, passing on. Create the outside arc challenge, the big obstacle, we witness it off. Adiev holds him away. Balou couldn't get over the defender, falls down. Adiev is already ahead in the offense. Gets another whistle on a foul, and he had to score. He always has to score. 4 minutes left. 49 to 26. 23 in between. They're still keeping just a little away. The past 6 minutes, not a lot changed, I think, off the start. 50, 26, 24 points. Necessity is quite high. They're taking subs. Looks like they are taking several subs. Necessary subs, in my opinion. Play it as often early, as hard as you can, because the opponent will show no mercy to you. 51 to 28. Trying to keep it. Shooters, I don't really get why they don't want to try to grow it, because 20 isn't always enough. We remember that a lot of times when we saw 20 points late, oh, we don't have to worry about the team, and what happens? They overcome, then decrease it first by 10, then by 5. It ends up taking domination by the opposite team. That's why I think taking it, it's important to grow it and keep it, because becoming a champion is one, and keeping the title is already a tougher job. Nice. From above, try to add so many attempts we saw today by Gastisha when trying to slam inside the missed shots. Whoa! So many mistakes. 3 minutes. Release, grounding back. Second fall, we're here now. For Gastisha, I think, to perform the free throws. Gotta get the set shots. 1 out of 2 for a while. He scores both of them. A little domination will be felt on the court, and by 4 fouls each team holds, which is not really good in my opinion. They gotta keep less fouling on each other. It makes the game really dry. Stops them a lot. They slow down. They probably become less prepared, warmed up, which means the game itself will look slower. The slower the game is, the more dry it looks like. Elamamunov, active attack. 3 behind, a huge wall. They organize the layers of the wall. Didn't let him get inside. Keeps the shot for team shooters. They will go with for the release of their own baseline. For now, it is not enough to keep that sort of domination, because shooters usually played against tough teams and always would make it really well. It's just almost previous energy, but also they got improved, and the players just joined it off. And Azizov in the middle, let's see what kind of results he will show leaving his own team. When he even plays against his old teammates, I think it was an absolute challenge for both teams. 5 seconds, almost the end, and 24 seconds violation. Almost hits it off the course for the buzzer. 0.9, 14 seconds left. Two minutes, 12 seconds. Gotta bounce it off. Free throws. I missed on Sakov whether he can get both shots instantly, smoothly, and correctly. Get it over by a certain disorientation. I think shall be kept away from them. Right side. Both are 3-point line. Namanbayev had to be at the stage, I think, to go for the weak side picks. Another whistle, and too slow it is going on from now. keep on falling against each other. Very inaccurate game, I can say, about the first half. Like, really inaccurate, especially the second period. More contact, less successful shots, and minimum of implemented strategic moves, I think, kept by both teams, which tells us how Patriots will worse, a lot worse today than any other day. Minute 50. Gotta hit it off, move outside, play the passes to Mamonov to the right, being preparing to the left, one more shot, he's making it, and why we are not surprised that he is missing it a single more time. I think if they went for the start a little earlier, 51 to 31, 21 points, just between this range they're moving. I don't. Shooters actually might even lose. They might play worse by the end and will deprive them of. Gastisha, what is he trying of? What a slam! Destroys the rim on the opponent. A minute and 20, 33, gets those 2 points beautifully and dunks them off. I think. With no recalculation to lose. The home mode of the court and team, I think, is focused on scoring the points earlier. Atagildiyev have to go for the response anyways. Tenderly moving, Balu dribbles aside. What he tries off this time will again depend. Fatih Demil to Namambay Fadlbek. He hits the rim, of course, doesn't score anything back in return. Balu stays at the offense side anyways. Was probably trying to give the driving layup, lost it. Ball being taken away from his hands. Outside Atagildiyev Alibek. Doesn't feel that comfortable before. And Subhanbekov, damn it. Made another mistake. Couldn't get quickest 2 points probably in his life. Gastishev, too many slam dunks. Too much hope on him. 21, one of the last possessions. Keeping for them. Finally, yeah, they could implement this 55 points, 54 in Tori, and 11 seconds until the entire 5 minutes breakaway. So close, Fatih Damil, 2 steps, left hook shot, Gastishev makes it successful, and that's the end of the whole first half. Second half and then third quarter is almost ready to go. Off for the start, which doesn't really mean a lot for anybody. Let's go. And I think once they start the third quarter, the 18 seconds, the total possession, I think, gives them away. Adiyev Baish takes him outside for Atagildiyev at the back. Pass him quickly, 2 steps to the right hand. They have to open it the same way. 54 to 35, 9 minutes, 40 seconds, 20 seconds, almost passed. And away from it, they almost never felt of any sort of discomfort, I think. Always feel very comfortable, and rather than just keeping the same game, they always try to come up with something new, something extra, and at the end they create the problems for themselves. Atagildiyev will try to spend probably most of the time on the entire court. Too late to take substitutions. Adiyev Baish doesn't understand it himself. We'll have to try it alone. Again. It happens again. Again and again and again. Points they keep it, and you see there is a foul on that shot. Bring him a little disorientation, kept them for the full swing. Let's see how fast they'll reach the opposite side. 58 to 37. Still blown. Gotta return back. Sideline, a good release. Should keep them in good conditions, I guess. I think wouldn't make them feel in any sort of position. 8 minutes 48 seconds, and probably keeping them away for the entirely. They almost never draft him up. 8 minutes 40 seconds left. Naimambayev at the back. The Ark has to pick it up for Ilham Mamunov. A lot of comfortable spots. Rastishev decides to throw 3. No one will take rebound. That's how they boxed him out. A real pure defense. Taken. Atagildiyev bumped into outside. Has to carry for some good games. Adiyev 3. Nice. Good ending. Adiyev Baish now scored. Has just scored the other extra 3 points. 63 to 40. 23 points. Probably looking away for that shot. Defensive in rebound. The 2 players at least. Keep them for 2 steps outside. Adiyev wanted to try probably 3. I think is willing to get inside the rim. Adds 2. One more time. 65 to 40. And 5 more points. Bring it up to 30. Will be felt a little more aggressive. Ilham Mamunov outside. 7 minutes 38 seconds. Adiyev Baish, I think, feels no challenge on the aggression and the positive domination. This is what shall affect on them. 27 points. Baish keeps all players outside the weak side. He picks, whoa, streak, 6 points. Nice, 30 finally. Congratulations, shooters. You broke the frame that your limited ceiling, I think, you couldn't overcome for a long time. Ilham Mamunov, whether he in and out, I think the opposite thing happening for Patriots. All the shots, they just go the opposite way. Literally, the basket hoop says, today is not your day. 0 fouls for shooters and then 2 fouls occurred already on Patriots. Atagildiev close at the jump a little higher. Made a mistake and I think been screamed off by everybody. Slam dunk by Gastishev and a good end. And the sponsorship provided by Megaline provider, the internet and telecommunication service. We express them a little bit of a gratefulness, and the fact that you can enjoy the streams is fully their work. 70 to 42, 28. They're trying to read the signs in between. When you feel your teammate already on the distance, it's a lot of job in my opinion. Not always they can do it. No! How come they miss it off? Try it a little more to the right side. Bounce pass, balls from Sumitizing. Yes, you see that Gastish Framan with the left hand has a good ending for them. Shouldn't be afraid of doing the same stuff. 2 steps, side step. Subanbekov. After the whistle, let's see whether the points are given. None of the timeouts they're taking away from them, I think just a release, and points are not given, which means they'll keep playing on the court. I don't think there are any other choices and options on the 5:58. Bellew at the side sees that there are Monov left outside behind for him. This is it. This is it, almost hits the end. Fatih of the Mill. Raise your hands, stop them. Seram Sakafamir, I think will try the 3. Pick this off, Naimanbayev. Pretty quick, he's going off, so Bekov Nutai will try to probably stop him. On that layup, he passes on Gastishev Raman. Not the best decision, he takes it off. 5 minutes, 25 seconds left. Third quarter to end. It doesn't seem as promising as I predicted, because shooters are just moving around this 20 to 30 points. Missing scoring over and over. It happens all over again. Mostly the game feels the same. I don't see that growing, how to say, domination for them. Yeah, when we play, how to say, when you play everything on YouTube and you watch it, I think even through the screen you can see when the lead is growing, when the attack is improving, attack by attack, but it doesn't happen. Timeout. Timeout is over. 4 minutes, 45 seconds. 74 to 44. 30 points, and it's again the breakaway. That's what they're chasing for the good beginning of the shots. Whoa, Baloo ended with the weak side. Good at Pickery. He finds it a little treasury, I think. Little treasure finds to open up the chest. Encounters, gives the mouth. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. Bounce pass is given to Nikita Boyka. 2 points he earns for his team. Keeping it again 32 for now. We just hope until the end that it will get up to the 40 points level. And if it actually happens, then game is gonna look extremely probably profitable for the team, because that's what they've been dreaming of for the whole entire career. And when they don't do this, I think we do understand that it's mostly their own problem doing this. So the crowd on the tribunes a little bit deaf and no one is already watching them, so that means they have to stay alone by themselves on the entire court on their own without anybody else behind. 3 minutes 35 seconds left for some dispatch. 3.5 left. Can I play it? Gastishev off the glass, he hits this away. Scores is 76 to 48. Shooters anyways. 3:15. Keeping them. 78-48. In between those frames, they were probably trying to keep this. Slash the frames. It's not always an easy job to do, because it is total concentration by both. For both at the same time. 2 minutes 40 seconds before the last quarter is to go with assurance. Adiev play the pass with Subambekov Nurtai, create a perfect duo, and everything works really well. 32 is still keeping the way for now, at least it is not decreased. Less than 30 points. Can maximize it, bring it up to 40. Nonetheless, late recover. 2 minutes 24 seconds to 20. Can they still play the passes? Doesn't seem that it is gonna be all the way the same around. The Renegades played the pass. I think we're trying to give a little convincing. 2 minutes left, and the fact that they were not doing the same thing creates it off for the same stuff. 80 to 50, 30 points. That's what they're keeping. Minute and 49. Been trying this off. Been trying to kick this off. Mostly it stayed the same. 20 seconds. How they can change it and then can they turn it upside down. Minute and 33. I think what a plan, I think from beginning was visible and then quite understandable, because it is quite obvious for the set shot starts, like literally from the beginning we see what it is. Does it take all of them? What can be compared with, and what they can go for is also a difficult job you're going to oversee. Last minute and a half, they're spending most of the time on the court, probably not expecting anything else. And the design of this shift also should be exactly the same way. You guys know the pure magic is happening on the court. Now we expect that Lamamonov. What is it? Is it a whistle on a foul? Yeah, it is, I guess. Made a little mistake there. Made them stop and repeat it one more time. The fact that they kind of didn't have that possibility on scoreboard, it shows that for now on the first place, of course, it's Team Energy holding a huge streak. Energy and Team Shooters, I think probably we could compare them, like once the shifted switched up, and mostly it stayed the same for them, because somewhere Shooters will have options to fight for fourth place, maybe third if they put a lot of effort, because we have Dynamo, we have Team Nitro, we have the rest of them who might challenge them actually by the end of those games. Outside to Lamamunov, can he dribble anything over beneath the row right hand? Wanted to scream Alexander Gustafsson, but it's not the sport that we're watching right now. 31, stay the same. Into force, what they can go into force. A lot to discuss what they can go into force, but the subject of discussion is not the same stuff. 14 seconds over ball possession. You see, Gastishov is performing the free throws. Got 3.4. Kept anyways for shooters. Outside, they release it. Fast break, they're running real quick. Atagildiv against the Lamamunov. With the left hand, he proved that he can go even without him. 20 seconds, that's an exact amount of time. Bounce pass. Sooner or later, they'll have to end up some good series away for Patrick the Mill. Tries for the foul, beating it left hand, and I think also got stumbled, confused in his own legs. Soon the third quarter is about to end, and they will have to go for it. Yeah, finds that catch because he doesn't want to give them the aggression, and baseline would be probably a good option on that. They would be able to even catch it themselves. Shouldn't give, of course, anything back to them. 5 seconds. Subanbekov far from the arc line, and anyway, somehow it reached the target. And 3! Didn't count on it. That's the end of the quarter 3, and shooters look on how much domination they stay. I think ready to go. 10 minutes and 10 seconds. I think that's what they have to keep on flash. Namobayev, last quarter. Patriots like literally couldn't come back at all, and I don't know whether they still have a hope or not. It seems that Adiev got already over 30 points, or might be even more, and as well for Subanbekov Nurtai. Subanbekov, I think, managed to get over 30 either, and then 60 points helped by each other. Can get up to 100 points lead, and 100 points if they cross it, and yeah, we haven't seen it for a lot. It is not so often when teams can get over 100 points just per game. Elite, of course, is a different case, but 100 points, I think, they're more important and look more heavy. Single minute been spent on those shots, and you'll see what happens anyways in the end. you see that the shooters get their first team foul. They keep taking it long distance, keep them in the frames, probably changing them up. And second time that might work out. Free throw line, nice. 9 on by, final, some impact. A little bit of a useful moves we noticed by him. We can say he is like one of the main cores of his team. We have the support and we need people, I think, to assist the boxes. Someone should be responsible for carrying the whole entire game. There are not so many of them. That's why I will wait. The best case, the best condition. Sweep it off. 8 minutes 30 seconds. A lot of subject to discuss and a lot of probably space to play this up. The last 8 minutes 20 seconds once they're playing. For now, their probably game looks really dry. Patriots reach their own maximum capacity, and then shooters also reach their own capacity either. But for shooters, of course, it's more comfortable because they'll keep this distance. Attack by attack, they'll just keep the same distance, and then that's the smartest plan. A plan where you will never lose. And if you remember in NBA when the stars, for example, the west side, for example, the western teams of basketball, when they knew that they're about to win, they were not trying something extra. They were just trying to keep same points, letting your opponent score as many points as you want, where you would feel a little comfortable for your victory. That's what shooters, I think, probably trying about their opponent either. And unlike for example the Patriots, shooters play a very mixed style and never can say that whether it's attacking, offensive or defensive team. Most of the times it seems like literally the same thing, but it is very mixed. The first 5 minutes they can play very aggressively, the rest of the 5 minutes they can play more passive. That's, in my opinion, let's say it's conditional. Of course it's very conditional. For example, Dynamo, they are so dedicated to their own style. They play the maximum defense, minimum mistakes, and probably somewhere in between of these two, the golden middle is their shots. They prefer the longer shots rather than trying just layups. Maybe the players are lazy to make steps, but I don't think the laziness shall be presented at the games, where everything depends on whether you move or not. Atagediv, pass on Subambekov Murtai, play the transition triangle, didn't work. 3 minutes already passed, and I think they're trying to play fast breaks. Patriots on the 5th minute, I think we'll more or less understand whether they can overthrow mistake on mistake, conveyor of mistakes, a huge pile, like a huge mountain of mistakes. We still keep seeing. No way, 6:40. Already, possession 10 seconds left. Gotta perform the shot. Whoa, good ending, great pick. Looks like they're collecting some gold. Reminds me of a Minecraft game where they are trying to probably dig the gold and they don't find it, I think. Once they don't dig enough, when they don't move, they get tired. First quarter, one of the most exhausting probably. Substitution. Adiv Bayish, Atagediv and Subambekov played 4 quarters in a row without a single substitution. They must be very exhausted, I think. And if they want to actually continue, they will have to adjust something up. Naimambayev, fully alone. Not enough for now for both sides. Not enough for some of the teams. They contemplate for all of them. Adiev chose a nice stratum pass. It is already off the baseline, keeping them away, keeping them refreshed to almost the half of the last quarter. And once it is done, we will sooner or later understand who is actually taking the current game, and maybe after those shots, we will have a better understanding of the game. I remember the games, for example, when Netflix, I guess, played against Energy. They had a lot of timeouts in the games. I remember the games where Dynamo used to play, for example, the semifinals and would sometimes lose to Legends. Remember, 2 points or a single point. Something about this. Legends played against Dynamo and then in semifinals for the battle of the second place, second and third probably, third place. They could beat them up in the last quarter by 1 point only, and that lead at that time felt very miserable. A lot of sadness we felt by Dynamo because they were so close probably to win, and the reality didn't know how to say was not equal to their expectations. Overall, I think a lot of teams, they have the expectations from the start. They literally expect to win. I think playing basketball on a huge enthusiasm means your reward is your victory. Because in the conditions, circumstances where you don't get a lot for basketball, like salary and stuff, payment is not probably a motivation for them, because here actually in our countries, Central Asian countries, not all of them, but most of them, they don't pay anything. You play for the cups, you play for the titles, you play for the respect from your own community. And I guess it is the reason why a lot of basketball players, they stay on the court, and it is the reason why they stay on the court and play basketball day by day. They come over to the court and then they kick the floor, try to knock off the teams one after another, even though being not paid. If we talk about ourselves, of course, it's again a level of deserve, whether you deserve certain salary or not. To deserve a salary of a Damian Lillard, or for example the Kobe Bryant salary, I think you have to wake up at 4. Yeah, you have to work out from 4 till 12 midnight, and only then you might deserve something. But till that day, I don't think you deserve to get same sum of money as NBA stars get rid of it, and then it's always subject to debate whether the salaries for the sportsmen are justified. Like an average doctor gets paid less than a person who kicks the ball and gets millions of dollars for it. Possession, we see that the game is almost coming to the end, and everything is going really well for shooters. They'll stick the plan for sure. They don't really care who is going to win or who's going to lose. They just know that they have to play their own classic type of mixed style basketball. That's all what it takes for shooters to keep them, and Patriots are pressing them down. A lot of pressure. We see a lot of calculation being made. They even, I think, try to predict where the defender is gonna stay in the moment of the shot. But for now, that mathematical, let's say, preparation doesn't help them at all. Gastishev gets 3 points. By the last 3 seconds, he performs the producer of the shot, scores 3, and avoids 24 seconds shot clock violation. The other whistle, I think, giving it off too early. Possession again for shooters. They'll have to play one more time outside. Outlet. Are they trying to play outlet? So dangerous it looks like. Subandikov probably came to assist. Adiv is going to play the pass. Let's see if he can. He still has the options. And 3 had to be inside. Unfortunately, missing it. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 33 seconds left. That's a 2.5 with the entire quarter to end. Discussed it a lot, tried probably to explain what is wrong about this, but closer to the end, the either I think it is getting for everybody on the whole certain games. 5 seconds, gotta be a little bit faster. Within 2 minutes, I think a lot is possible. The comeback is itself can recall it for Lamamonov. Play outside with Gastishev. They had the other 2. 96 to 67. Not so long ago, but 30 stays the same. Shooters doing a great job, like extremely great job on keeping their points on a maximum domination, like sealing it. At least they hold the ceiling. They still hold their, let's say, title of strong team. And in this game we see Charlotte not giving even a single game. Not a single quarter, I think they don't want to give away to the opponents. Patriots, probably their defense is gonna start leaking for now. They're less defensively rather than they do. Another substitution. If sits it off, takes his bench. We will take a little break while Patriots will continue on surviving. Survive, I can say. It is happening for Patriots for now because Shooters, I think, probably tried to survive before. Not this time. Side, play more outside. Vive gets a quick layup. Quick drive, outlet, we see. Last couple of attacks, they're playing a pure outlet. Wanna make them lose the pass, catch them on the mistake, and explore to the back. These are real, a huge desire to win, and all it does is still hoping to come back with 30 points. And knowing that they have only a single minute. Try it up. Try the pass, don't worry. Yeah. Another whistle here. Substitution. Finally, we see Outlet still playing a maximum aggressive defense. Time to slow down, relax and enjoy probably the last seconds. Not about them. 50 seconds of running towards the end. Subambekov Nultai keeps it off the rim. Plays the weak side with Adi. He is now in the paint alone. Rolls over by the rim. Gets outside. We call it in and out. Side steps. Keep them smashing. Shouldn't be afraid and doing the same stuff. 25 seconds left, I think, until the entire period to end it up. Hold it quicker and faster. That would be them better. A real nice option in my opinion. Through the left, both through the right. Sideways, they're going away, and I think Subambekov Mutai will just hold it in his hands. The last 5 seconds they're spending on the court. Yastishev probably will try to slam. No, didn't work. Now, congratulations on Shooters. Take a brilliant game and a lot of skills we could witness. So it was Nursultan Buldaev. See you guys at tomorrow's game day.